and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Amateur Bantamweight Division, powered by Elite Loyalty Combat Sports Management. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. He trains at Pedigo Submission Fighting and Hard Drive Performance Center and is sponsored by TC Kid Shop and Western Illinois Detailing. Joining us from Macomb, Illinois, Dylan Willey. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. He trains at Skywalker MMA. Joining us from Decatur, Illinois, Brynn the Jedi Heathcock.
Dylan Wiley getting ready to face off against the Jedi. Ready? Go. Touching up in the middle of the cage. Here we go. Do not blink, ladies and gentlemen. Nice inside body shot from Dylan Wiley.
Ooh. Brynn caught him with that left on the inside right there, coming in.
Those are the ones you got to watch out for Brynn, man. He can sleep you in seconds. Dylan Wiley clearly no slouch either, but here we go. Feeling each other out in the center of the cage here.
Heathcock doing a good job with his footwork, staying on the inside, but really moving around.
Both of them seem to be definitely light on their feet here as we start this first round out.
Yeah, I like the circling. It's definitely, it again, opens things up.
Well, Dylan's stance just looks slightly more stiff, whereas, you know, Brynn is really moving those feet, just got out of the way of that one. I like that feint.
Switching stance on him, too.
Well, that's the one thing I noticed is Brynn switching his stance up a little bit and stuff like that. I like the circling, coming in with that jab, and then getting out, and that's the one thing. It's making Dylan look slow because he's popping in, throwing a shot, then he's gone.
Right.
That's what Dylan won't be able to react. And that's the one thing. He's trying to check that calf kick a little bit, which is the right thing to do. So he just, I can't tell. I mean, I'm assuming, you know, that he's trying to figure out how to time Brynn coming in.
Yeah.
And I like how Brynn just changed directions there. Instead of just going around to the right, now he's circling to the left, swapping it out a little bit, coming in, getting out.
Yes. Predictably unpredictable.
Just over a minute left in the round. Still anybody's round.
Absolutely. And Brynn doing a good job of like hitting and not being there for the counter.
See, he's doing a good job of gauging as he is coming in with the double jabs, right hand or whatever, to see Dylan try to drop that level and shoot that takedown, but he's kind of just testing it. And he's not getting in deep enough, so Brynn's able to follow it off and get back out.
Nice left there from Dylan. Good short left. Clearly feeling each other out here, making themselves not too stationary and an easy target.
Yeah, definitely a big feeling out process here. Nobody's really exploding. Nobody's getting too sloppy. Those guys getting educated. You can tell, like I said, circling around, looking for that opening, trying to find the one thing and add in some more punches, a couple more punches in the combination. You know what I mean? Throw a couple punches, then a kick, or a kick and then 2 punches. Try to open it up a little bit.
10 seconds. Who wants this round? It could be anybody's right now.
Tough one to score, is it not? This first one here?
I would hit 2 be continued to round 2.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great if that's what you scored?
Oh, good job again. Letting it go.
You know, if I had to judge it, I'd probably eke it out for Heathcock. He was the aggressor, even though he was on the outside.
I would say so.
He had a few better feints. You know, that opening body kick from Dylan Willey,
Was nice.
that was a very, I'd say that was his most solid shot. You know, he was able to catch Heathcock a couple times coming in with a straight left. But he's doing a really good job of circling, getting in and out, and we haven't seen a lot of clinch work. Let's see if it goes to the ground, or it's even thought about going to the ground in this next round.
Well, and it's, you know, what were the judges looking at? That first opening kick, Brynn's, you know, kind of ring generalship, hitting and not being hit, getting out. Like, who knows what they were looking at to score that first round?
And, you know, we're watching some of the replay right here, and you can really see Heathcock moving very quickly around that cage, left to right, right to left, into the middle, outside again. So let's see where we go from here. Maybe it's only going to take one, fellas.
With Brynn, I've seen it. It could be easily night-night time in just a split second with Brynn Heathcock. Fluff that pillow, son. Here we go, round 2. Touching gloves in the center of the cage. You get on the good foot, do the back end opener of round 2. Brynn still light on his feet here, moving around. Nice outside leg kick from Brynn there. Brynn definitely staying busier, hitting and not get hit. Looks like Dylan's kind of loading up, kind of waiting for maybe that one shot.
Oh, nice.
Good counter.
And that's surprising because he's keeping that right hand high. You know, you think that's the one he's going to be able to block.
Right.
It's the left hand he's holding way lower, and he's still getting caught on the other side with those strikes.
That's what Brynn seems to be so good at, man, that split-second counter punching.
Yeah, he stepped in at a different angle, was able to throw that hook inside and counter and catch him in that open spot. And that's the one thing, again, Dylan's having a hard time letting his hands go because, again, the movement by Brynn, right?
Yes.
The movement by Heathcock is definitely causing him issues. He's stepping, he's slapping, then he's getting out of the way. And it's just hard because you don't want to take that big, quote-unquote, desperation punch. You don't want to try to step too far in there. But he's got to get in there and kind of, what he needs to start doing is cutting Brynn off and try to corral him. He's got to start corralling him so he can utilize his hands.
Nice counter right from Brynn there.
And Brynn is definitely fighting like the longer fighter, keeping him at bay, not letting him get in.
100%.
Yes, sir. Utilizing his tools.
Again, Dylan swings, and he's just on the outside of that punch. He's not getting hit with it. And there he comes in. You know, they're not hitting solid, but they're definitely skipping across.
Yeah.
A good leg kick right there, keeping him looking.
Brynn's still doing a good job of hitting and getting out of there, so Dylan can't engage in any kind of counter punching.
See, it's dawning on me what it is. Dylan, he's not, how do I put this? He's not leaning into the punches enough. He's just kind of he's kind of half feigning, like he's gonna get in, and like he's just putting his toe in the water, but he's not punching.
Gotta
And if you watch
fully.
but if you watch the way that he's approaching, coming after Heathcock, that's exactly what's happening. He's just out in front of him, like thinking about it, and that's enough hesitation for Heathcock to throw his jab and take off. He's hesitating. See what I mean? He's getting beat to the punch. He's not getting inside. He's making himself look like he's a shorter puncher when he really should be a lot longer.
Right, yeah.
And Heathcock is looking more and more confident. This looks like a clear Brynn round unless something wild happens in the last 20 seconds.
He's definitely found his rhythm.
Yeah, he's definitely getting into it. Kind of reminds me of Anderson Silva. Clearly not exactly on the same level, but Anderson switching stances, feeling it out for the first round or two, being very elusive.
Well, he's certainly not showboating. He's just very light on his feet. Look at that. He catches him again with the left as soon as Dylan comes in with that low leg kick. And I'm seeing that a lot, too. When he's coming in with that leg kick, that's when his chin is really exposed. It's high in the air. And you know, Jens, that's where you really got to watch it.
You got to be careful because you get popped. Someone steps in on that kick, your chin is open. You got to be careful. Not every time they're going to hop out. Sometimes you step in, eat the punch, fire your two down the pipe. And most times when people are kicking, their hands are down.
And right now, the possibility is that Dylan Wiley needs that finish. I would be remiss not to mention that MMA legend and your coach, Pat Miletich, is sitting with us cage side over here. You know,
Is that who that is?
That's who that guy is over here.
I was wondering who that guy was.
Look at that. Turt Williger over there.
It seems like Brynn's movement and elusiveness is really being the difference maker here.
We were saying nothing but kind things about Mr. Miletich, I promise him.
Love him like midnight loves the moon.
And here we go, round 3. The question today is, does Dylan need a finish? And I would have to say yes. I mean, that first round, very much in the open in the air, and who knows how the judges scored it. But I'd be hard-pressed not to give Heathcock that second round.
Finish or not, what he needs to do is he needs to get in and commit to these punches a little more. Like I said, if you keep watching, he's got to get in there and commit to these punches a little more. He's got to step in. He's got to be a little more behind him. He's got to be a little more about it and get in and have some confidence.
And there it is again.
He's got to just, he's just not driving in with that shot.
Brenn's keeping that left hand a little low.
And both those rights were like that, right? He's not stepping into it. It's
He's
almost
hitting
like,
it, but he's not punching through it, I guess might be the way I'm trying to figure out, you know what I mean? Just that little bit of inches that Dylan could be doing differently, punching through the target. That gives you that little more drive, step in, that little bit of lean that he's missing with these punches.
That's what Brenn's been capitalizing on, though. He's just not there when you're trying to punch him. He's so
100%,
elusive.
100%.
Brenn's doing a great job of just keeping him guessing, switching stances, moving around, being a very elusive target. Got to be tough to land on something like that.
side leg kick from Heathcock. Now Heathcock taking the middle of the cage, still moving very well.
Absolutely.
Not circling the way he was, kind of standing right there. But Dylan's stance hasn't changed much.
No, and what he's doing is he's doing a good job of keeping his range. And he's found his range. He doesn't need to circle as much, but he's still keeping it. It's like a 2x4 from chest to chest. He's able to just sit there and move with it. He knows his range. He's going to find it. See, he stepped in on the kick that time to throw the jab.
And landed once more. Looking very impressive. Further opened up that nose of Dylan Wiley. Oh, head kick, just misses. A little over a minute left in this fight, folks.
Both fighters still staying very busy. Testament to their gas tank.
Nice job,
Brynn's
good
just
angle.
moving, just moving. My goodness. He's on his bike in a good way, not running, but strategically picking his shots.
See, the Dylan just won't let the hands go. He's one kick at a time, no hands, half ideas with those punches. And of course, Heathcock's able to stick, hit him with the hook, move off to the side, land that jab. He's all over the 1-2 coming in. He's in a flow. It's hard to beat him right now.
Absolutely.
He does look ultra smooth out there.
All it takes is a one-hitter quitter, though. We've seen it happen.
Very fluid.
Ooh, nice right hand.
Big right by Dylan.
Ooh, banging in the middle of the cage. Here they go.
Caught Dylan again with that right, that last
My man
right.
dropped a steak on the floor and said, right here, 10 seconds, let's go.
What an end to that third and final round.
Fun fight, very, very
Absolutely.
fun.
Very good fight. What's up?
What'd you think of that fight, Mr. Milicic? Here, let me give you my headset.
Well, you got to love a fight where both fighters decide at the end that they're going to have the defense of the Washington Generals against the Harlem Globetrotters.
Good fight, though, man. Good fight.
Always good to get Pat in on the action. Love having him cage side. Love having so many people who have been so influential in all of mixed martial arts in such a small area. You know, former champions, coaches of champions. I mean, Jens, what's it like to be part of an MMA dynasty? I mean, you guys are the guys that truly took the torch from the Gracies. Everybody looked at them like they were mixed martial arts. And then all of a sudden, Milicic Fighting Systems is dominating everywhere. I mean, that's got to feel great.
Somebody had to do it. It was a good thing. It was well worth the train trip to come out here from Seattle, Washington for 2.5 days to be in this camp. Yeah, it was 100%. No, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm proud to be part of the historical team. You know, MFS is, you know, it's like I said, it's one of those things that at the time, the training, work hard, train hard, work hard, train hard, skills can be adjusted, but you're always ready to go till the last minute. And it's, you know, it was a lot of fun, and it's really cool to have that legacy, you know, when it's all said and done. Most fighters, when you're still in the game and you don't really think about it. But right now, when it's over, yeah, it's really cool.
Iron definitely sharpened iron in what I consider the New York Yankees of MMA, the Milicic Fighting System.
Heathcock confident he got the judge's decision. I'd have to side with him.
Can't
At least
disagree
2
with
rounds
him.
to 1.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for our decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 29, 28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Brynn Heathcock.
Yeah! Let's go! Hey, hats off, brother.
All right, come on over here, Brynn. Here we are with your winner tonight, Brynn the Jedi Heathcock. Brynn, always an entertaining night when you come out here, man. Talk about how it feels walking away with this big win for you tonight.
Man, this is a real big one. If anybody's been keeping track, this is 3 in a row. 4 of my last 5, 2 different weight classes. I ain't making the calls, but I'm asking Mike Goodwin if I'm coming for one of them belts. So it feels good, though. A lot of stuff leading up to this fight, from finding a ride the day of for weigh-ins because other people wasn't able to come through. Shout out to my corner, taking me up an hour and a half on notice. And shout out to the co-main, Marty Van Seal, his wife, for getting me here the rest of the way. Shout out to God, we all know that.
Well, Brynn, you mentioned jumping up and down in weight classes. This one a little bit closer to your natural weight class. Look, we got some of your handiwork up on the screen for you. If you don't mind turning around, why don't you walk us through the last closing moments of that last round and tell us what was going on there?
Man, I knew we're 10 seconds left. He gets a takedown, I don't think that changes the round. So I knew in my head, there ain't a whole lot of people that want to get in here and throw hands with me because I'm not giving you massages when I'm hitting you with these. So he was game down there at the end, so I knew I could open up and not worry about it.
Now, that's something that not too many people are willing to do with Brynn Heathcock. Did that surprise you?
Yeah, like I said, I thought he was going to be trying to shoot for the takedown a lot more than he did. My hat's off to him. He's a tough guy, man. Like I said, hats off to him because he stood in there like a warrior, and we got after it. So.
Well, Brynn, let us know what's next, and we'll let you get to the celebration.
I think I might have a title shot for another promotion next month. But as I said, regardless of that, 3 in a row here, 2 different weight classes, finishes, convincing wins. Crowd ain't making the calls, but I think I deserve a title shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you agree, let's make some noise one more time for your winner, Brynn the Jedi Heathcock.